Oh, hello, this is Team BK. We're doing the Watermark attack project. My name is Cal,
And I'm Brandon.
and here we're going to start off with introductions. My name is Cal again, and my tasks were to do the rough template, the functions for Roy filter, and for the filter, however, that one was a joint effort.
I'm Brandon. I did the edit and debug of the main script template, and I also did the blurring and smoothing function.
For mine was just basically the rough template and the outline for the main script, which had the basic structures and frames of how to run the script. For the function Roy fill, we use that function to locate the watermark in each layer, which the user has to draw a polygon around in each layer, and then the function will interpolate and then concatenate all three layers and to make one watermark image. And for the filtering, we worked as a partner, and we used the F special function, which the specific one was the motion function, which blurs out the entire image.
Hi, I'm Brandon. I did the edit and debug. Basically, I fixed alignment, organized into a better to read, and I added extra if-else statements and inputs such as whether or not the user wants to write the new image or start the program again, and also connecting and calling functions and correcting variable names. And I also did the blur function. Included in the blur function, which we will show you later in our program demonstration, we have included 4 different types of blurring: Gaussian, average, motion, and disk. And during the blur function script, we will find the coordinates of the rectangle that the user crops, replace the rectangle of that particular image with a blurred image. And for the smooth function, we also do the same thing and ask the user to select a region, and we'll smooth that region and output the image.
So for our approaches, we use for loops and if statements to find wherever the mark is. However, those were pretty much unsuccessful to begin with. And then we found out that we used the user to select the region of interest, and then that was a lot simpler to find the region, and then we just used the multiple functions to ask the user which one he wants to alter the image.
And to add, number one, why for loops and if statements comparison were unsuccessful because we were not sure what algorithm and what was altered for the pixels that contain the water image. And all the functions remove watermark, but it distorts the quality of the image.
So our success and failures were the Roy fill and disk blur and smooth worked best, having rough edges with the region of interest and with altered images. However, the interpolation and loop and comparison were not successful because we could not find those values that were changed, and then
because approximating the location of watermark using for loop and interpolation was almost impossible to identify with really high precision because the pixels were already altered and we have no idea what was done to the pixels where the where the watermark is. And other attempts that was taken but failed were the DCT method and quantization method, which did not give us a good remove watermark.
Okay, now we're going to start by running the program. Okay. We're going to open the project main. You'll see, we'll take it step by step and show you how our script runs. Okay. Okay. This asks us which one we're gonna do with blurring and Roy fill as examples. So we're gonna start with 2. And then it asks which type of blur will we like, which is the Gaussian, motion, and average disk. We're gonna use
this since it was the most successful of the 4.
And then you enter
the name of the watermark image without the quotation mark.
Then we're going to crop the image that where the watermark is. So here.
Which should be done by the user.
Yeah. And after you're done, you would have to double click, and then there it will blur it for you. And after you're done, we go back to the main script. And it asks if you would like to keep the image or would you like to skip it. For this example, we're going to say no, so we could try a new example, which you press 2. And then once it asks you if you want to make sure again, we're going to press 1. Next, we're going to do the Roy fill, which is number 4. We enter the watermark image, and you press enter. For this one, we're going to have to enter 3 different crops for each layer. This is the first layer. So you draw your polygon around the image, and then you double click, and it'll go to the next layer, and you do the same thing. And then for the final layer, similar to the same one, you just draw the polygon, and then when you're done, you double click it, and then it will give you the watermark image with the blur. And then if you want it, and it asks if you want to keep it again. So for this example, we're going to keep it, and then it saves your file
over here.
Yeah.
And you can open with other programs to see the blurred file.
And that is how we run our project.
And I guess that concludes our demonstration today in our program. And thank you. I'm Brandon.
I'm Cal. And